Hi YouTubers, welcome to my channel. I'm Capri Lilly and this is the Good Food Baddie channel. If you're new to my channel, just know that I love making healthy, high quality, delicious foods, those that are easy to recreate and taste incredible. I'll be showing you how to make lamb bolognese. This is a super easy and fun recipe. And in the process, I'll be teaching you a few new techniques. So, let's get started. The ingredients for this delicious sauce are 1 large eggplant, 1 cup of grape tomatoes, 3 sprigs of rosemary, garlic, a few spices, some fresh basil, and 2 cups of diced tomatoes. Here's the trick to cutting eggplant. First, cut off the top, then the bottom like so. I like to keep some of the skin on because the skin of eggplants are very nutrient rich. So I cut around the eggplant with 1 inch between each cut to leave a portion of the skin on. This is what it looks like after cutting. Next I cut the eggplant in half, and then I take one of the halves and cut 1/2 inch slices the long way. Then I cut against those slices to create small cubes. Fresh herbs are always the best to use to add dynamic flavor to a dish, but sometimes it can be a hassle to pick the herbs from the stem. Rosemary is great to simply pull off. You simply grab the tip of the rosemary and pull downward so that the herb falls off the stem. This technique also works for fresh thyme and oregano. Now I'm going to prep the basil. I just love using basil. It's such a versatile herb that tastes sweet but savory and adds flavor to any dish. Because of the nice sized leaves, the chiffonade cutting technique is perfect. Chiffonade is simply cutting leafy herbs into very thin ribbons. This is done by taking the herbs off the stem, stacking the leaves, leaving the largest leaf as the base, and then rolling them lengthwise into a tight roll, and then you cut across into thin slices. And voila, you have beautiful ribbons, perfect for garnish, salads, but for now I'm using them for the sauce. Pour about 3 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan, add the garlic and rosemary and saute for about a minute or 2. If the garlic starts to brown, don't hesitate to add a bit more olive oil. Next, add the eggplant. You want to saute the eggplant for about 10 to 12 minutes. It should have a nice golden color. Then add the tomatoes. I like to get organic petite cut tomatoes. No added sugars, no added flavors. We're going to add all the flavors we need. Then we're going to add our herbs and then the seasonings too. And by this point, it's smelling amazing. Now that we have the ingredients for the sauce together, we simply stir well and make sure everything's mixed in and mixed well. So this has been simmering for about 30-45 minutes, and you'll know when it's finished when the cherry tomatoes start to burst and the eggplant is completely soft, and it starts to look incredibly amazing. So now I'll take my immersion blender to puree the ingredients. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can put the sauce in a blender if it's able to handle hot foods, or you can leave the sauce chunky. Sometimes I mix it up and leave the sauce extra thick and chunky. Either way, it tastes perfect. So the sauce is blended and looks very good. At this point, you have a wonderful tomato sauce, or if you left it chunky, you have a wonderful bruschetta. Either way, this is a very versatile sauce that you can use for many dishes. But for the lamb bolognese, this is where I add my ground lamb. You can use whatever meat or meat substitute you prefer. I let this simmer for about 10 or 15 minutes on a low heat. Honestly, it takes no time at all for all the flavors to come together. Here's the final result. I hope you enjoy.